Okay, let's go ahead and head over to the gym. Don't get fooled by the weather outside of the window. It was raining all morning. We ended up doing our little morning walk while it was while it was raining outside. So we're walking around with an umbrella. Luckily, we were pretty snug. We put on some pants, a good old hoodie, and nothing was stopping us from getting that hour walk. It was pretty nice. And that's just kind of been the average that we've been really doing. We started off with maybe 30, 40 minutes, and then now we're on average doing maybe an hour. And when it comes to this hour walk, I don't think that I'm doing it like by running or doing sprints. Hell no. The whole point of steady pace cardio is not going too crazy where your heart rate is like above the roof. You want to do something just slower pace. What you're really looking for is the amount of time that you spend doing it. You typically would burn maybe around like 200 to 250 calories for an hour walk. Typically, just kind of depends on how much you weigh, how fast you're going, and different things like that. But an hour walk can typically burn that, and so that's what we've been doing almost every single day. Usually when I don't do it, it's because maybe my morning was super busy, or maybe I woke up late, or maybe I went to sleep a little bit later than usual and I just didn't have that much energy that morning. But luckily, we have been on a roll, and I think we're going to continue doing that for good. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good setup that we have going on now, and starting off the day super early really sets the mood for everything. Like, everything just seems so much less fast paced. Everything just seems like I can actually manage it. I have way more time on my hands. Honestly, waking up early and going to sleep early is super underrated. More folks should be doing that because you can do so much more when you're waking up earlier and your day doesn't feel like it's going by so fast. But like I mentioned, we're going to be doing, or I don't even know if I mentioned it yet, but we're going to be doing quads today, a quad focused leg day. So we typically kind of just break it up. Like I mentioned, we're going to be doing hack squats, I hope, if we get lucky. And then I'm thinking we're going to do belt squats if we get lucky as well. And the reason I'm saying lucky is because a lot of the times it gets pretty busy at the gym, and then we end up doing things kind of like out of order. Sometimes we don't even get access to the machine, so we have to kind of improvise a little bit. So we'll see once we get there, but we are hoping to do a hack squat, a maybe the belt squat. If not, we do a leg press, and then we're gonna finish off with some good old leg extensions. I think that has been the move, and I think that's gonna give us some crazy gains as we continue to stack our sessions. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Sometimes you'll see me do that a little bit out of order. It just kind of depends on what's open once we get to the gym and during our session. Don't be afraid to improvise sometimes, If, let's say, you get to the gym and something is taken and you really want to use it or whatever, try to do something else. Don't get stuck trying to wait for that machine, your pump is gone or whatever. Just try to do a different variation. Sometimes you can even makeshift something. A lot of the times you can use the cable stacks to your benefit to work on certain muscle groups. So don't underestimate the cable stacks. Makeshift something with some dumbbells or a bench or whatever you need. One of those benches that you can move around and you can really set things up. That's what I've been doing with my presses. And honestly, sometimes some of those isolation machines, like the hammer strings and things like that we have at the gym, they get pretty packed pretty fast because chest day is really popular. And so sometimes if those get packed, what I like to do is just do some good old presses, but with the cable stack, and it's way better. It's way better, and I found that out by the gym being super busy and me just setting it up, because I was like, you know what, I'm not about to wait for this incline press. I'm gonna just make it right now with this cable stack and this bench. And that's what we've been doing. So don't be afraid to kind of mess around and try to create your own little variations. Honestly, as long as you're not getting hurt, as long as you're being careful. Remember, be careful when you're trying something new. You don't want to stack up a bunch of weight to a new variation that you're trying, because you never know. You never know, and then you can get hurt. So just be a little bit careful, little bit careful. Jasmine is at the DMV right now. She is trying to get her driver's license because she lost it. And last time she went, in one of the other videos, I forget which one it was, they sent her away after waiting for 2.5 hours or 2 hours. Man, it's the worst. I swear to God, I don't think I've ever had a good experience at the DMV. It's always just so packed. It's always just waiting. It's pretty hectic. I am not the biggest fan of the DMV, but we kind of have to register our cars, etc. So can't really escape it. But she's probably gonna be waiting there for 2 hours. She's gonna probably head to the gym a little bit later than us, just because she is stuck over there for a bit. I really couldn't go with her today because I had some work this morning, and I'm working, so I couldn't really go. So she just had to go a little bit earlier to just kind of beat some of that crowd. We're taking that new route that we've been taking, so it's not too bad. It's also not as traffic right now. It doesn't seem like there's too many people out, which is nice. We're also going to be doing biceps and forearms. I typically don't record my forearm workouts just because I don't know. I feel like it can get a little bit repetitive just because you're really just moving your wrist, and I don't know. I feel like it can get boring, so I haven't really been including it. But if you want me to include it, I can always include it so you guys can see what forearm exercises you can throw into your sessions, so we can all have some crazy forearms and just look crazy with those oversized pump covers. But for biceps, I think we're gonna end up doing hopefully a cable stack. Hopefully we end up doing that. I think that'd be pretty good. That has been kind of our go-to. Maybe we can get a little bit fancy and do a seated. It's kind of like a fly, but you really just do it just for your biceps. So you're really only just moving this part, and this part is just kind of staying in place, and then you're really just hammering at your biceps, and it's pretty fire. I've done it a couple times or a few times. Some of them I've recorded, some of them I haven't. I think I have a video up though of how I set up, but that has been awesome for our biceps. And then if we end up getting the cable stacks, then we're just gonna stay there and just do a bunch of cable variations for our biceps. I think that'll be pretty good. If it gets taken, then we're gonna have to see what's available. There's a bunch of biceps isolation machines there at our gym, so I'm not too worried about biceps. It's typically leg day and things like that where I get a little bit worried, where I have to kind of like really move around. And this weekend was really nice. We had a really good time at the Mexican restaurant with my mom. My dad rated it a 7 out of 10. My mom rated it a 9 out of 10. And Angelina rated it a 9 out of 10. She got a quesadilla and she was really liking it. Angelina is also a pretty picky eater, and she usually does not smile when she's eating food. She's just kind of just doing her own thing. And so I asked her, I was like, hey, how do you like the quesadilla that you got? And she hella smiled, so I know she liked it. So they agreed that it was a pretty good spot. They also really liked the tortillas, just like I was mentioning it. Sometimes, because they're picky, I've tried to take them to get other dishes. Like I've taken them to get pho, to get like Indian food, and I would tell them like it's hella fire and everything, and then they'll try and they just wouldn't like it, and so sometimes they wouldn't trust me. They my dad for the longest time says that I would just eat anything, that I think everything is good. Because every time I recommend something, I'm like, this is hella good, you guys should try this food. But because they're picky, they be turning it down. They be haters, I swear. They be haters. And then for forearms, yeah, I think we're gonna just do 6 total sets. That's typically what we do. 3 of something like this, and then 3 going this way. And I think that'll be pretty good. And then we're gonna do maybe 10 minutes of cardio, nothing too crazy, a little bit lower paced. And then, yep, we're done for today. So I'll skip over now to the gym. Let's hope that we end up getting access to the hack squad. It is not too busy. Little by little, we are getting to 3 plates, and that's the highest that we've ever gone. When we first started doing hack squats, I can barely get a 45 up. It was like the hardest thing ever, and these were super hard. But once I kind of got used to the movement, it became so much easier. And it's honestly the best exercise you can use for quads, outside of maybe like a Smith machine. But this one's awesome. Honestly, I prefer this one over the Smith machine or any other one. I think if the belt squat isn't taken, we'll use that one after. Probably gonna sit here for 3. I just noticed that my little mic wasn't on, so I think I'm just gonna end up putting some music in front of that video, so that way it's not completely silent. But we ended up hitting 5 for 45, a 35, and a 5. So that's the highest that we've ever gone. So I'm pretty excited. That means we're going up. That's progress right there. So I think on the next time we do like maybe the next Monday, I'll try to go for 6 for the same weight, or maybe do the 1.25 that we originally did before this one, so I can hit just a few more reps with that one, just so I can really solidify that specific weight. But we'll see what we end up doing, because sometimes it gets to that Monday, and then next thing you know, I want to throw in more weight, just because I get a little excited. But I think for this next one, what we're gonna do is maybe do 30 for hopefully 6 solid ones. Should be pretty good. Today we're feeling great. Yesterday was a little bit more of a higher calorie day, so we ended up doing 3,200 calories instead of our 2,600 that we typically do. But we did do like about an hour and a half morning walk, so I think we burned around 300 calories. So it was maybe like around a 3,000 calorie day, nothing too crazy. So I think we're just gonna continue to do that. Maybe our Sundays are gonna be our high calorie days to prepare for our leg days and just go hard. Okay. Let's do the second set. I'm already feeling pretty fucking tired, and it's the second one. So, all right, let's get some 25s. There we go. Okay, let's do the second set. Hope for the best. Thankfully, I'm not a dumbass this time and actually turned on my mic. Let's do it. All right, Add Me Up by Mike Sherm. Come on. I need 3 more. Come on. 2 more. One more. Okay. We got the 6. Fuck. I think for this third set, we're just gonna do 25, and that should be good. I don't think I'm gonna go to failure on this one, just because we went pretty hard on the last one, on the last 2. It kind of sucks I didn't get any audio on the first set, but no biggie. I'll put a little bit of music in it, so you guys don't have to watch a silent clip. But we're gonna hit this one for hopefully 6, and that should be pretty good. That should be pretty close to failure. Nothing too close, because I'm not trying to be hella fucking sore for like the next next week, and then I don't recover on time. So I need to be just a tiny bit more mindful, just to make sure. And I think we're gonna do the bell squat afterwards for maybe 1 or 2 sets. We'll see. We shall see. All right, the faster I do it, the faster I don't have to do it no more. So. Fuck. Okay. Want to go home. Okay. Let's go do some legs. No, not leg extensions, leg press. Fuck. I'm so tired already. I want to go home and eat. Let's go ahead and do our second exercise now. I think I'm just gonna record the first one, but I'm gonna stay here for 2, and then we're gonna go do some leg extensions. So we're gonna stay here for hopefully 6 to 7 reps with 4 plates. We usually do a little bit more, but that last hack squat set really fucked us up. We got less than what we anticipated, so for sure my energy is depleting. So I'm just gonna be a little bit more mindful with the weight. So I'm just gonna do 4 plates, get a nice little control, hopefully get a solid 7 to 8 is what I'm aiming for. I don't think that should be a problem. I think we should still be able to get some good damage with that. All right, let's go hard. It's so quiet at the gym today that I can really hear myself talk. It's funny, but it's hella empty. There's hardly anyone here, so we have a pretty wide selection today, which is nice when we come early. But that doesn't often happen, so let's just enjoy while we can. Take our time. All right, let's do it. Ugh. One more. I'll see you guys for some leg extensions. Oh man, I need to go drink some water. I'm fucking thirsty. Oh. All right. Let's go ahead and do our last exercise for quads, man. I'm already pretty tired, but let's just go hard. I usually do a little bit of an extender that I like to use, the little seat, but I'm a little bit lazy to go grab it, or maybe if I get a little bit lazy for the last rep, not the last rep, sorry, the last set, we'll end up using it, but we'll see. We'll see. Right here. One more. Okay. Let me go grab that extender. We actually found this extender that we typically use. So what I like to do is I just add it here to the seat, and it gives me just a tiny bit more range of motion, maybe 2 inches, maybe, I don't know, how much would it be? Maybe like around 2 inches, so it's a little bit better. So we're gonna end up using this one for our last one. We ended up doing 7 sets total, so we did 3 hack squats, 2 leg press. Fuck, the leg press was so tiring, honestly. I am so fucking tired after that one. And then we're gonna do 2 sets of these. And then we're gonna do 3 to 4 sets of the adductors, but I typically don't take video of those. And then we're gonna do some, what are those called? Standing calf raises. There you go. Okay, let's do this one. That's enough resting. Let's hope for the best. All right. I'm gonna have to drop set that. It's not gonna be the craziest drop set. I think I'm gonna just do 185. So maybe drop, what is that, 15 pounds? And that should be good. I just need a little bit more leverage to maybe get 3 to 4 more slow and controlled ones. Okay, let's do it. All right, 4 more. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. I'll see you guys for some bicep up next, but I'm gonna go do some adductors, do some calves, and take a little bit of a break because I'm fucking tired. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Let's go ahead and do some biceps now. So it's starting to get a little bit busy at the gym, so I think we're gonna do this isolation machine first here. I'm gonna stay here for 3. I'm gonna show you guys just 2 sets, and then maybe we'll move over to the preacher curls once it becomes available, and then we'll see what we do for our third one. We still have to do some calves because the calf machine that we like to use is taken, so it's no biggie when we do it. But let's just try to go hard. See, we are going to do. Well, I think a 160 would be good. I think what I'm going to end up doing though is using some type of my wrist wraps. You guys will typically see me use these for triceps, for chest, for mostly everything. These are pretty good. These are awesome. You can also use them for biceps. So you can sometimes what happens is a little bit towards the end of my set. I feel like my wrists become a little compromised. I don't know. So it's just a little bit better to use these sometimes. It just gives me a little bit more support, and I just feel like I can go even harder with these on. So we're just gonna use these and see how it goes. I think we're gonna do one hand at a time. So let's start off with our left hand. Actually, now that I remember, we're not doing them both at the same time. All right, pray for me. Hopefully, I don't break a muscle or dislocate a shoulder or something. Ah. All right, so we did 4, and then the last one was a little bit assisted because it was shit's fucking hard. Okay, let's do a quick drop set. It's always hella hard to bring these up. That's it, man. Let's move down a little bit. I think we're gonna do 140. That should be pretty good, man. That last set was pretty good. Even though we got, I think, 4 reps, we could have got maybe like a 5th rep with our right hand, but like I mentioned, I don't want to go a little bit past of what I'm doing on my left hand, just because this one's already a little bit of a weaker one, and I also want this one to catch up, just because it looks fucking smaller, which kind of sucks. So we're typically starting off with anything with our left hand, just to make sure it catches up a little bit. For this next one, we're gonna do 140, which should be pretty good. Gives me a little bit more leverage to maybe get for sure a solid 6 to hopefully 8. We'll see. If I get 8, I'm pretty happy. If I get 6, I'll still be happy. If I get 4, I'll be sad. So let's get at least 6 so I can be happy. All right, let's do it. Let me actually put this down one. Gives me a better stretch. How many did we get? Fuck. Six. Six. We got six. Man, I almost forgot. Losing my train of thought here. Let's do it. Saw the six ones come on. Okay. I'm gonna save for one more, but I'll see you guys for the next one. We're done with this. Well, for you guys, I have one more. Today is turning up to be a really good day. We have a really good bicep pump already, and it's our second exercise, and we hit a PR today, man. Every time I hit a PR, it just makes me super happy because I just see the progress. And that's why I've been telling you guys, when you make yourself little goals as you go along, it makes you want to keep pushing. And so I suggest making those little goals so that way you can hit those PRs and it can motivate you to keep going, keep coming, and just kind of keep improving. But we're going to sit here for hopefully a solid 7 reps, 8 reps, hopefully. But we're going to sit here for, I'm thinking 2 sets. All right, let's do it. Hope for the best. All right, we need to bring this down. Oh my. Oh my God. That was good. Okay. I'll see you guys for the next set. I'm gonna go drink some water. Let's do this last set. I think I'm gonna just do this one hand at a time, and I think that'll be pretty good. Okay, I think for the next one, we'll do is maybe just some regular curls. I see a little bench on my right side that is calling my name. I think that's what we're gonna do. That was good. Does match on all right. Let's hit 3 more on each side. Yeah. 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 All right. Okay. I think we can go do some cables real quick. I see a bench on the other side that we're about to do to finish it off. I'll meet you guys there. Let's do this last exercise for our biceps. I think we're just gonna do some dumbbell curls, but we're gonna do a little bit of a bench supported. So what I like to do is just set this all the way to the top, where my back is just all the way to the back, and I'm basically gonna just do some curls this way. Try to get as heavy as I can, get as many as I can, at the same time controlling it. That's what we're looking for. Trying to do heavy weight, but controlling it. That's what builds your muscle, not ego lifting. So don't ego lift. Make sure you're choosing a weight that's difficult, but you're also controlling it throughout the whole range of motion. That's what really gets you those gains. All right, I'm gonna use the Versa grips just so I can get a really, really good grip on the dumbbells. And it usually helps me because it keeps them in place right here by my palm. And I use my bicep throughout the whole entire thing. And that's what we're looking for. All right, let's do it. It's also fucking cold, man. It was raining this morning, and then the sun came out. And for some reason it got a little warm earlier, but it's fucking cold again. Even with this long sleeve. It's supposed to be summer. It's almost summer, so I don't know. The weather out here in the Bay needs to get it together. All right, let's do it. And I think for the last set, I'm gonna record it, and I'll give you guys a side view. And when I get a little tired, just do one at a time.
Come on. Oh my God. That was good. I think we're going to drop to 25 and finish it off with that. Man, I'm already tired, but we're almost done, so I'm pretty happy. I'm kind of debating whether I should go to Costco today or we should go to Costco tomorrow. It's already late. I think we're just going to go tomorrow super early. Just kind of get it over with so we don't have to deal with a lot of that crowd. But let's move down. I'll see you guys for the last set. And then after this, actually after that last set, you guys are gonna get the pose down because I still have to do some form, and then I have to finish off calves because we didn't get to do calves earlier because the machine was taken. So we gotta do that. Let me go grab the 25s now. This thing's on me. Okay, this thing's on me now. Let's go ahead and do this last one. Like I mentioned, we would move down to 25. So we can finish it off. We're gonna do it just a little bit more volume, maybe get 2 or 3 more reps, nice and controlled. We still want to make it difficult by going down super slow and stimulating the bicep as much as we can. So we're still gonna do that. The more slower you go, the more what is it called? The more tension you're putting on your bicep, and so that's why you'll see me doing maybe like a 2 to 3 second negative because it really like it gives me the craziest pump, and I feel like that's what's really been giving me a lot of the gains that I've been having so far is really doing those slow negatives. So if you haven't tried those, I suggest including them into your routine for everything from chest to biceps to sit back. I think with back in particular, that's what really built it is those really slow negatives and really getting that crazy stretch, which is good. Okay, let's finish this off. 5, 6. Nice. Okay, we're done with that. I'm gonna finish off some forearms now, and then I'm gonna go do some calves. Our punch is gonna be a little deflated just because it's been maybe like 30, 45 minutes since we did legs, so we'll still see something, but nothing too crazy. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit packed at the gym right now, so we couldn't really find a bit of a posing down place. I typically like to pose down where there's a mirror because I can see myself a little bit. And it's a little bit better to practice that way as opposed to, let's say, just trying to do it here and I can't really see myself. I'm trying to look at myself right now through the little camera, but it's just so small, so it's a little difficult. But nonetheless, let's see what kind of damage we did today. Today was a really good day and we hit a PR, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see. Man, legs have been honestly one of my strongest suits right now, as opposed to, let's say, my biceps or my chest. I feel like my legs have been growing the most. We've also been going super, super hard. Not saying that I don't go hard on chest day or any other day, but man, our leg days are really responding and we're seeing some crazy damage and some crazy definition as opposed to, let's say, 2 years ago. It was just insane, or a year, maybe like even 6 months ago. I can see a crazy difference. Let's get a side view. Nice. Let's get a little close up. I'll bring this down just a tiny bit. Okay. Let's go home now. I will see you guys for some chest, triceps, and hamstrings tomorrow. Hopefully, we also hit a PR for chest, but if we don't, we'll still go hard. I still gotta do maybe 10 minutes of cardio. I'm still debating whether I should go to Costco or not, just because I still have a little bit of time on my hands, but I'm a little lazy. So we shall see. Maybe I might go to Costco. That way Jasmine doesn't have to go with me tomorrow because she's already pretty busy and she's been pretty tired. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys didn't skip your cardio or your session. Just make sure that you're showing up as much as you can. I'll see you guys tomorrow.